Hey, I'm Mary Jackson. I teach at Stratford High School, obviously, and I teach career and technology classes, Accounting 1, Accounting 2, and I'm the Student Council Advisor. I work with Academy of Finance and the BPA Advisor.
So I'm Mr. Darrow. I teach English 3 AP and English 3 and 4.
My name is Blanton. I am the Assistant Choir Director here at Stratford. And on September 11th, 2001, I was either 7 or 8 years old. I was in 3rd grade on that day.
So we were in the principal's conference room, and as we all left, one of the student assistants says, a plane just crashed into the World Trade Center. And I immediately thought, oh my gosh, some poor soul's had a heart attack, like a pilot has hit the plane. And then a few minutes later, we hear that a second building's been hit.
I was teaching a sophomore English class, and the assistant principal got on the loudspeaker and made the announcement about what had happened. And that was the first I had heard of it, and most of the students had heard of it. A kid snuck over and wrote on the chalkboard, "We're all going to die," but he was just, he just didn't get it. The kids at the time just, didn't get it.
My first thing was, I was just shocked. Like, how dare someone attack a country like ours? And then it's kind of like you're going to rally the forces. So I immediately thought, how dare someone do this to our country? And then I thought about my family. So I got on the phone as quick as I could, and I called my husband. And I said, have you heard that the World Trade Centers have been, the planes crashed into them? And he said, I'm already home.
Well, my mom was a teacher. Both at that time, my parents were both teachers. And I remember getting picked up by my mother, and she just hugged us close and said, I just love you so much. My cousin was working in the city at the time, and she was a block over from the Twin Towers. And she remembers, she said she saw people jumping out of the windows to try to save themselves. She said it was a sight that she could never forget. Never forget.
And I saw and felt that we were going to come together and unite as never before. And I thought really that our country was never going to be the same again.
I think it did bring our country closer together. People were, looking over their shoulders, but I think we came together as a country to see something like that happen. I think it impacted us. It brought us closer together as one country, united.
I think, have you ever heard that expression, the bear got poked? They poked the bear. I knew we would take care of it. Look at your previous history. But I'm not a fighter, and so it kind of made me sad that I knew that we probably need to retaliate or stand up for what we believe in. So that kind of upset me. And right about, I guess a day or two later, I heard that one of my former students was in one of the planes. So then it hit even more personal. She was a Spartan Air officer, and she was married at the time, expecting a baby, and she called her husband and said, I want to take the earlier flight. And she was on the plane that crashed in Pennsylvania. Her name is Lauren Cantuzzi Grandcolas, and there's now a scholarship that just for Stratford students that can apply for it. And when they interview Stratford students for that, they really try to make sure that they have the same spirit that she did. And so if you go to the World Trade Center now and they have all the names listed in the memorial, you'll see Lauren Cantuzzi Grandcolas, an unborn child.
It was just crazy, just unbelievable, something that I never thought would happen.
Made me more respectful of the flag. As a teacher, I always try to make sure my students stand up for the pledge. And I know some people it's controversial for sure, but respect the country and the country we live in and the people that have lost their lives for it. And I look at the veterans, anybody that's in military, thank God they do what they do to help protect us.